Welcome, everybody, to the Waiting in Queue podcast, brought to you by the Game Phreeks channel. We just hit 411 subscribers. That's a huge achievement for us.
Today,
Was that today?
yesterday, day before, I don't know.
We finally put out the Gang Beast video we've been bragging about.
Yeah, it's there. Go check it out. I could have did better, and I'm gonna do better on the next one. Yeah, some of the edits, could have been better. Could have been funnier.
I thought it was pretty funny, but yeah, let's do better.
I appreciate that, but
should
you should always shoot to do better than your last. Otherwise, then you're just
I always try to pee a little bit farther than I did before.
Longer or farther. You're just pissing farther. All over the wall on the back of your toilet.
Yeah. Well, that's
it
where
only can go so far at that point.
That's where you practice, but then you go outside, and then you can see, like, if you pee on, like, stones, you can see where it stopped. Like, how far, what was the furthest, what was the longest
Are you,
yard?
Like, moving while peeing, or are you jetting it?
You're jetting it.
Gotcha. I'm just trying to get all the variables so I know, like, the laydown of what's happening here. Yeah, you should.
Well, have you ever tried to walk and pee at the same time?
You should always try to shoot your pee longer every time. And that's the motto.
Yeah. Because what if you need to pee longer and farther?
Why? In what situation would you need to pee longer?
In what situation do you need a seatbelt?
Life or death situation.
Could be the same thing.
I got a gun to your head. Okay, I got a gun to your head. I'm gonna put a chalk line on this pavement. If you can't jet your pee to that chalk line, I'm pulling the trigger. There
you go. See, you're already. It speaks for itself. The dangers are there.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I think that's the dangers are prevalent.
It really comes down to that's another skill you could have in your arsenal.
Yeah, you could speak 2 languages, or you could pee longer or
further. Longer sounds like you're peeing like longer time.
Long duration, which could still be a thing. And let me tell you, I know somebody that is leading that charge.
Yeah,
I think he does it on purpose, but
I mean, I think the person who like has the record for the longest pee does that on purpose. I don't think he tried to push out as fast as he could.
No, but how would you keep it from going? Because I think if you cut it off, that
yeah, the thing,
restarts.
You're only opening up the floodgate just like a little bit, so there's just a continuous stream, not a dribble.
I wish I knew how to just control the floodgate there.
You ever pee, like, standing up and peeing, and then
every time?
Yeah. Well, like, and then like, oh, I really gotta go, and I gotta go now. That you do have to pinch it off to be able to turn around and sit down.
Never once in my entire life have I ever had that situation happen, but I'm sure it does. Have you had that situation happen?
That happened to me recently.
Why don't you just go sit down?
Well, I didn't have to.
Take a shit.
I didn't have to poop. I go.
What do you mean? It just hit.
I'm like, oh, I got to pee, and I start peeing, and then I got a fart coming, so I'm like, I don't like blow out my farts because I've had, I release it, but then you feel it, and I'm like, that's not a fart. I'm like, that's
a shit.
That's like a little bit of a poop. So then I'm like, crap, and I bend it, do whatever you got to do to
you kink it.
Yeah, kink it. To be able to turn around, sit down, and
Can you? Yeah, I kink it, and then I turn around and sit down real fast. No, I can't say I've ever had that in that situation. Usually, why don't you go
ahead and put yourself in that situation next time on purpose, just to you have the experience.
No, it seems so risky. I'll be real. I wouldn't kink it. I just keep peeing. I just turn around and I can piss everywhere and tuck it in there while I'm peeing.
Have you seen there was this TikTok, this guy, he does like motorcycle TikToks, and it's clearly fake, but it's just the bit of it is just so funny. Mm-hmm. He's like, when you think you're alone, and it's him on like a lone road. It's like in the middle of nowhere, but he's a biker. So he gets off his bike to like pee.
A pedal bike?
No, like
Motorbike.
motorbike. So he's peeing, and then he's like, when you think you're alone, and he looks to your right, and there's just like this black figure, like in the middle of nowhere, just like walking towards him, and he's like, oh, and like he starts going towards his bike, but he's not done peeing, so he's like peeing all over his bike, getting on his bike. It's so funny.
You just keep going. Like,
Yeah, like you just see it, like you're like watching the stream the whole time, and then like he gets on it, and it's like going on the handles.
I think
on the
I've seen some of those.
Dude, it's so funny.
Yeah. Maybe that's what we need to do is just TikTok content. We're going to stop doing the podcast and just go straight to being TikTokers.
We could. There was a group what are they called? The Boys or something like that. The Boys or something that they started in Fort Wayne.
Oh,
and they're famous.
They do like the prank stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have enough tolerance for people to even want to prank people. To be honest.
I don't want to prank people. I want to. Hold on, that might be our lunch. Hello?
Hey, do you guys need any sauce?
I'm good. Do you need
I'm all right.
I'm good.
I think
They have soy sauce. They have soy sauce. They have hot sauce. And they have ketchup sauce.
I think we're good on sauce. I don't think
No
anyone's.
sauce. Okay, mustard. Okay. Okay, good. All right, I'm on my way back then.
All right, cool.
Okay, thanks.
All right, love you.
Thank you.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Love you too. We've
Lunch order.
we fucked up big time.
No crab ragoons.
We didn't order any crab ragoons.
I didn't want to say anything upstairs, but I just figured we were like, okay, we're just not getting crab ragoons this time.
No, Chinese. We always fucking get crab ragoons.
Yeah, usually, but nobody said anything, so I was like, all right, I guess we're just.
Well,
not getting crab
clearly
ragoons.
we just forgot.
I didn't.
I know. That's why you should have said something.
I didn't forget at all.
You should have been like,
Yeah, but you know,
no crab ragoon.
it is what it is. Our food's coming. You know what else is? Never mind. So, where were we? Yeah, I mean, we could be TikTok famous. Are you kidding me? We can't do TikTok. We're too old for TikTok.
We have been told we are very afraid of cancel culture, so maybe we should stay away from
Are you
TikTok.
talking about the guy who outed himself and pretty much said that he is a homophobe?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who you are if you're watching.
He's not watching.
Yeah, but
He
what if
watched.
is?
He watched one of our clips and just made huge assumptions.
As most people do on the internet.
That's what the internet's all about.
That's what I do.
You only get a little bit of information, but then everyone has to you spew out your whole opinion.
Yeah,
about the whole
I
subject.
can't believe you just said that. My eyes twitching.
I can't believe you do that.
My eyes twitching. You know what
There must be something wrong with you.
I have cancer.
No, not that.
Oh. You know what they say about eye twitching, though? Pretty much what Derek said in the last episode, where it's like your balls are full.
Ah, yes, it goes with the fidgeting.
Gross. Disgusting. That's disgusting talk. That's smut talk. We shouldn't even be talking about that. This is not a smut podcast, okay? This could be a smut podcast.
We
though.
could.
Katie wouldn't like it.
We could pivot.
Katie'd be like,
He'll be okay.
Katie's like, if we're pivoting to a smut podcast, I'm pivoting to not coming. No. What has been going on though lately? I finished Hogwarts Legacy. If we're talking about, this guy putting out that comment. It had nothing to do with Hogwarts Legacy, but it kind of falls under the whole, like, everybody's freaking out about it. That kind of died down. I don't feel like anybody's talking about that anymore.
I feel like the whole cancel culture part of it has fallen through. I mean, it's breaking sales records for single player games, and it's high numbers
like the
on
highest single player game almost ever.
Yeah,
Sold the most copies ever.
Can you imagine being the people that did listen to it and like, well, I guess I'm not gonna do it since
Nah, those people are playing the game.
yeah.
Those people are like,
What do you mean? Hassan's not playing it because of it. Well, no, more so. Hassan said he doesn't want to play it because he doesn't want to get harassed while playing it on Twitch.
That sounds like a Hassan thing to say. I don't mind Hassan. I think he's all right, but
I saw someone say he has the takes of 14-year-olds, and I was like, he kind of does.
well, I feel like he's got the takes. He will take the side that has like the highest whiners in it sometimes, just to avoid being in the spotlight of like, oh my god, he's going against these people. He's also a very like intelligent person when it comes to like politics and stuff, but
yeah, I could never argue with him. He would run laps around me.
Decimate.
But some of the takes, some of the things he says, I go, okay, yeah, that's your take. I don't agree with it sometimes, but oh well.
Yeah. I played it. I beat it as of last night, and the final boss was really cool. It was awesome. Except you only have maybe 2 of those boss fights in the entire game, 3 of them.
I think
and
the
that
game
felt like fun.
The game definitely seems like it's built around a certain type of audience that is more about, kind of exploring the world and doing that more so than like, oh, it's like heavy combat. It's but
the combat is so good.
It is really good. I was older Harry Potter games, those were really old compared to like the Harry Potter like combat in this. It's not just point and shoot. It's like all these like cool abilities, and it really
yeah, but you have to like use it, forces you to use like all 3 types of spells and color coded them, and then like it forces you to do that in battle. Like you can't just go in there and point and click. You have to use like the spells. And then, like, comboing spells actually increases damage depending on what spells you combo. Like,
yeah.
It's super in-depth and it's super cool. But what I'm saying is, like, you have all these opportunities to make these really cool boss fights. Or, like, they have these dungeons in the game. And I was like, oh, sick, we're going to have dungeons. So we're going to, like, explore these dungeons and be able to, like, at the end, fight something at the end. No. It's like a fucking hallway. And then you go down the hallway and then there's, like, a couple spiders that you, like, decimate, and then like sometimes there's a boss enemy at the end, which is just a bigger spider with more health. It's not even like a boss. Disappointed.
Yeah,
but as a whole, good game, fun game. The story is okay. I'm trying not to spoil anything either because Derek's still going through it. His story is going to be different than mine, though, because he's in a different house, and he chose to follow Natty at the beginning and not Sebastian. So your story arc is entirely different.
I think it's intended that way so people can play through each of the houses and have a different experience.
I like that, but I hate when the games lock out achievements to that kind of stuff. Because it's like, oh, play through all 4 houses. Fuck that.
Dude,
I'm not doing that.
I have not cared about achievements anymore. Like,
I don't really care about them that much on Steam, but I still like getting them.
Yeah. I don't know. It just
achievement hunting hasn't achievements anymore.
Yeah, achievement hunting hasn't really been. There was a prime in the 360 days to be, the achievement hunters and stuff. But after that, like I feel like in the
I feel like it still carries on Xbox.
On Xbox One, I kind of felt like
consoles
I don't really care.
Like PlayStation players still push to get platinum, which is like 100% on a game. I just think PC players there's nothing that shows your like accomplishments on Steam. Like nobody gives a fuck how many achievements you got. So
right, and then there's also like other players too, like other like game launchers. So it's like you know
right. That's what I mean. Like, there's like that's kind of what I mean. But yeah, that too. It's like a factor. Is everything's split. There's no way of showing it. So like, who cares? But still, I don't like that games. Like if I was playing it on the Xbox, I'd be like, man, I want to get these achievements, but I have to go through and play as Gryffindor. Really, the only achievement that's like specific is. Damn, I'm hungry. I'm a hungry guy over here. You hear that?
I did, yeah.
It's like a
I don't
thunder.
think we didn't hear it on the mics though.
Probably not.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Holy cow.
That was nasty. It almost sounded like a fart.
It's not. I'm hungry. I could fart though.
Go ahead and put a little stinker out.
No, if I push it, I'll poo.
All right, go pee then.
I do have to pee too.
There's that situation I was talking about.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, but Connor.
Maybe I'll do it in secrecy and just say I didn't do it.
That's fine.
I think,
like when I tell you to go to the butthole doctor, I don't expect you to tell me all about it.
oh, I would.
I know you would, but I don't expect it.
Yeah, I would.
Okay, that. I know you would, but if you don't, I don't expect you to.
You expect it, but you don't. I think what you're
maybe
saying is
maybe other people I don't expect it.
You're expecting to hear your friends, your asshole. That's my tummy. Okay, how do I word this? You're expecting to hear about your friend's asshole visit, doctor asshole visit?
Yeah.
Asshole doctor visit?
Mm-hmm.
But you're not. You're expecting to hear about it, but you're not. You don't.
I don't know. Cause
you
I
don't need to hear it.
Maybe I do need to hear about how much damage is going on down there.
Mine's pretty pristine. My beard looks good on the camera. Mine's pretty pristine, but like some of our friends,
they're a little not on the good side of it.
those who will not be named, Mitchell.
How do you do that? That's like straight up. Like,
What do you mean?
Those who shall not be named, and then you just say it.
That's the joke. I do it all the time. Speaking of Mitchell, no, that's fat. I think.
Stop bringing them up.
I think stop bringing up Mitchell. Sorry. We have a friend that went to a doctor's appointment. I'm just kidding. We're not putting that out there.
No.
It's for his nipples.
A nipple doctor.
That's false. Anyways, Hogwarts Legacy. I'm just gonna throw out a review because we were talking about it. 8.
Nice. Not bad.
Just a flat 8. Not an 8.5. Not an 8.2. Not a 7.9. 8. Nah. Maybe I'll bring that down. No, it was an 8. It was fun. Will I play it again? Never, ever. Probably going to uninstall it, to be completely honest.
I plan on beating it and then uninstalling it.
I'm glad I played it, though. I'm glad I got through a new game, because there's so many. Atomic Heart. The Wild
Hearts or something.
Heart things.
My Settlers game came out. Looks like dog shit. I haven't played it.
Didn't even know that came out.
Yeah, it did, but I'm like, nah, it's not what I was hoping for. They changed too much from what they were showed off.
It's a shame.
I was actually Sons of the Forest.
Sons of the Forest came out?
Sons of the Forest came out.
Kay, did you play it?
I bought it. I'm going to be playing it tonight.
I've been seeing a lot of TikToks on Sons of the
So have I.
Forest. Like, a lot.
See, this is why, again, if our friend got a fucking computer, we wouldn't be like, are we going to play Minecraft? Which I wanted to play Minecraft. I threw that out there. But, like, and those games I threw out there because I wanted to play with you guys before Livefall. But, like, we could be like, let's go play Sons of the Forest. It just came out.
We could. But he don't have a fucking computer.
Well, let's see, Mitchell. If you're listening, it is February 26th as recording this. It will go out on February 27th. You have approximately 2 more days to do so. And if you don't, because you did say you were going to get a computer if you got a raise this month, you will now, your balls will be chopped off and we will record it.
Yes.
And post it on the Patreon.
See, we still don't have internet, and that's like kind of a bummer because there was something I was going to try and do after we record.
That's dumb.
And
what were you going to do?
Nothing. It's editing stuff.
I'm going to do something. What are you going to do? Nothing.
And nothing that you need to concern yourself with.
Why not?
Editing. It's a thing I upload to the internet, so the audio quality of our audio files sound better. And I could do it here instead of at home.
I think it's just your computer.
It looks like I got it now.
All right, well. Guess what?
Guess what?
What?
We're gonna play Dungeons and Dragons.
We're finally going to play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know if we've said this. We've probably said, we're like, oh, we're thinking about playing, but we're actually playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, we finally made our characters.
Yep, we made characters.
I bought a shit ton of stuff.
I've bought a lot of stuff lately.
Almost in debt.
Yeah, I've bought a lot of stuff. Might buy some stuff today.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Might buy another side of dice because I just love dice.
The dice at the place we're going, I wasn't too impressed by it.
I got my smoke dice there.
Well, I didn't.
Yeah, but you don't have smoke dice because you're dumb.
Yeah, I just have the coolest dice imaginable.
I don't know if they're as cool as my smoke dice, okay?
Yeah, but do you have your smoke dice set off completely from your bag of dice? Or is they mixed in there?
It's mixed in with my math rocks, okay? I don't
see. So
I don't.
how
sort
do they
my
know
dice.
they're your best dice? Kind of just seems like you throw it in there and you forget and go.
Because they're the best.
They're not that.
I'm gonna
cool.
tell you right now. When I roll that nat 20 and your character dies, it will be with that dice. Keep that in mind.
You don't even know how to roll a nat 20.
Show me how you roll dice. Everybody's got a different technique.
Hickory hands.
House rule for my D&D table: no hickory hands. If hickory hands is said or brought up during the game,
you can't take away hickory hands.
Listen to me. That dice is immediately a disadvantage. I don't want to hear it. Okay? I hate the hickory hands. I hate it. I hate it. I don't know why. I just don't like it. Okay? I hate the hickory hands because everybody's like, hickory hands. It's like, shut the fuck up and roll the dice, okay?
Where did that even come from?
Tanner.
Yeah, but where did Tanner get that from?
We were playing Risk.
I know we were playing Risk. I know Tanner said it, but where did Tanner hear it from, or did he made it?
But I hate it. I've always hated it. I don't know why. I think it's because everybody was like,
hickory hands.
And it's like, what the fuck are you saying? Shut up.
Do you hate the beef?
What beef?
Or remember when
No, I like the beef, but
beef.
Yeah, I mean that's funny.
So we can do that.
Yeah, we can do beef at the table, but no fucking hickory hands. I better not hear hickory hands. If I hear a slight hick, fucking disadvantage, just like that.
Me, man. I was putting all my dice on that hickory hands.
Derek's got like,
I got to redo my dice now.
no hickory hands. I fucking hated it. I don't know why. I think it's because every time Tanner did it, he rolled like a fucking super high. Mitchell's.
I think you just hated us having fun.
Huh? Yes, I mean that too. But I don't like when everybody's yelling hickory hands. It's fucking annoying. Because if you do it, Mitchell's gonna start doing it.
Yeah.
And we're going to have two people at the table yelling hickory hands every time they roll the dice. Sorry, the stories there's no time for hickory hands.
There'll be plenty of time for hickory
There's
hands.
zero time for hickory hands. We're going to be so in depth into the battle, you're not even going to be able to think about hickory hands.
I'm going to look up what hickory, like.
Are you guys nervous?
No.
Katie, are you nervous?
I am a bit. I don't know what to expect and stuff. I haven't really seen a lot of D&D. I tried watching some of the Critical Role, and I got like through one episode. And it wasn't bad, but I still don't know what to expect from ours.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know either, to be honest.
What if our group name is Hickory Hands?
No.
Like our party name?
House rules says no hickory hands at the table.
Son of a bitch.
That makes no sense. We're the hickory hands?
Yeah, we're the hickory hands.
Kind of makes sense. What have you guys thought of a party name yet?
I thought of one. I have.
Have you talked to the other party members about?
No, I can talk. I haven't gotten Mitchell and Katie in my own like group message outside of.
Okay, first of all, what do you mean your own group message without the DM?
Oh, and Mitchell and I have decided not to call you the DM. You're the dungeon guide. There's no chance in hell we'll ever call you master.
Wrong again. You don't call me the dungeon master either. If I ever hear you call me the cringy dungeon master, I will literally disadvantage.
So dungeon guide.
Not that either. I am still the god and still the rule maker. Just keep that in mind. So, and I'm still sticking by the fact that all Mitchell's rules are at disadvantage. I just don't like him enough to feel like he gets to play the game at its fullest.
Sure.
You know? You find that
I
fair.
know for a fact that guy's going to try and betray us at the end.
I have a feeling he's going to steal stuff from us.
I love it. I love it already. You guys haven't even played a game, and you guys already don't trust Mitchell's character just for the fact that it's a rogue and it's Mitchell. I love it.
Have you seen? There's a meme template of Star Wars: The Clone Wars where a flare goes up, and as soon as the flare goes up, the clones look at each other and they just kill one of the clones because they knew it was a traitor. Mm-hmm. But it just looks like they're betraying somebody. I saw one where it's like when the DM says PvP is allowed, and then it's the clones like the classes, and they turn into the one of them and just shoot.
No, PvP is 100% allowed in any of my campaigns. I don't care. I mean, you're not gonna. I would hope that you wouldn't go through the trouble of killing a party member, but like, yeah, if you guys get into a tussle, roll damage. I don't care. Yeah, that makes it fun, you know, like having the aspect of being able to turn around and Mitchell will be like, "Well, why'd you get that? I want that."
Oh, and it's gonna be so.
The thing is like those interactions are gonna be settled in that interaction. It's not gonna be like a thing where it's like Mitchell can be like, "I'm just gonna constantly try to keep stealing that back and forth." It's like, okay, well, we gotta still push the game in the direction that the game needs to go. You're allowed to do these things, but I mean, use your, be mindful of what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So that will come down to me being like, okay, we're done. We're done with that. Like we're going to settle this in this interaction. But what were you going to say? Mitchell's going to what?
Mitchell's going to be the type of guy that every piece of gear or anything, he's going to think it's just his.
Well, he's only proficient with leather gear.
I know, but he's still going to be like, I want that though.
Sure, there are players like that, though. The greedy players.
Some of them call them hunters in classic World of Warcraft. Every gear's a hunter gear.
Yeah.
Every weapon's a hunter weapon. That's what it was.
Yeah, because we could have used... That was fun, man. That was a good time. I think... yeah, because your melee weapon was just a stat block. Like
There's a stat block, but then they could use they could literally use like every weapon. Mm-hmm. And then there would be a weapon that has like, intel on it. And
like, I needed that.
It's
got
that.
high dex.
And
like,
yeah.
I'm rolling for it. I'm excited to play, man. I'm excited to see what this is how it's gonna do. I'm curious to see how long it's gonna take us to get through the whole thing. I think it's gonna take us a while, especially for our first time.
Yeah, me, Katie, and Mitchell might be just running through some meadows.
Frolicking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of things I have to do when you guys like leave the city that could like completely throw off your entire plan too for like the whole night, which sounds so fun. Me knowing like what's coming is such a cool feeling too, and you guys have like no idea. Like you guys are going into it blind, but I know like.
When do I become king in the story, though?
You don't.
Well,
Derek, your armor class is 1.
That's fine. Yeah, one. That's all I need. I gotta make room for the crown.
If anybody's becoming king, it's gonna be me.
You can't. You're a non-existent entity. Yeah.
Yeah, but
my character
does show up in the middle.
You're literally a force of nature. That's all you are. You're not even like a construct.
Until my player character shows up halfway through the campaign.
Yeah, but you're not playing the character.
Yeah. No.
Oh, then Mitchell and I are going to murder you.
Good luck. He's going to be too strong. You ever heard of a level 20 character?
Yeah, we've slain many. We have slain many.
I'm excited though. I'm gonna have the character binders done and complete probably by the end of next week, and then I'll just do like a week of prep, and then we're setting up a meet time, and we're playing, and we're gonna get wild, and we're gonna get crazy,
and eventually we might want to start recording some of this for you guys to watch, but it might be a Patreon exclusive for a little bit. I do kind of want to wrap up the show, because we're running 30 minutes. Our lunch is here. We got to do the after show. Something I want to bring up. We're gonna do some changes to the show. I know this might be pretty heartbreaking for a lot of people. We're only half quitting. We're gonna reduce the show from being a weekly podcast to a bi-weekly podcast now. We're gonna still record backups for like the bi-weeklies that were not here for those. So there should be an episode every 2 weeks. We want to take some more time to...
Every 2 weeks. Yeah, bi-weekly.
But bi-weekly. We wanted to spend some more time maybe coming in on Sundays and record some Let's Plays and do more Let's Plays, because we get so like, oh, we're doing the podcast and we're going to do Let's Plays. But then we do the podcast so much... on Sundays, it kind of takes up our recording time that we're like, let's not do a Let's Play. We want to do some more things, and
we
think
make better content, so we're going to use that time off to like think of better ideas, or like when we have an idea, actually accomplish said idea with the setup of the idea, and hopefully put out better videos that aren't just like hour-long podcasts or half-hour-long podcasts.
Yeah, so yeah, we're going to be making some changes in that regard. So yeah, but we might be doing more with the Patreon. With we're still doing the after show, and then maybe D&D in the future.
Yeah,
that might be a long while.
I think yeah.
If we even do it, we might decide
I would like to set up a recording station like at my house if I keep DMing. So it'll probably be like a bit till we're like all comfortable enough to feel like, okay, we know the game enough that we can record it. So see ya. Come to the after show to find out what games we're thinking about Let's Playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.